The collector of lost days. Imagine waking up, and it's tomorrow. No explanation, no warning, just time stolen. That's exactly what happened to Elena Ward. She opened her eyes to the alarm clock ringing, but something felt wrong. Yesterday had been Friday, the start of her weekend. But the calendar on her phone said Sunday morning. Her Saturday, gone. At first she thought it was exhaustion, maybe a blackout. But then she noticed strange details. Her groceries were unpacked, her laundry folded. And yet, she had no memory of doing them. Someone, or something, had lived her Saturday for her. And Elena wasn't the only one. When she asked her neighbour if they'd felt anything unusual, he frowned. Funny, you ask. I went to bed on Tuesday and woke up on Thursday. Thought I was just drinking too much. The pattern was spreading. People across town were losing days. A teacher misplaced a whole week. A child swore she went to bed on her birthday and woke up in the middle of next month. Whispers began. Some said it was a sickness, others a government experiment. But Eleanor wasn't satisfied with theories. She wanted answers. The first clue. That night, Eleanor decided to stay awake. She brewed coffee, set timers, anything to fight the pull of sleep. But at exactly 2:13 a.m., her vision blurred, and she felt herself slipping, not into dreams, into nothing. She jerked awake. It was morning, another day gone. But on her nightstand, something new had appeared. A slip of paper, thin as ash, with one word written in black ink. Collected. The hunt. Elena began searching. Every time she lost a day, a slip appeared. She saved them, lining them up across her desk. Soon she noticed numbers faintly printed on the edges, like catalogue codes. Her days weren't just disappearing. They were being archived. One evening, following a gut instinct, she visited the abandoned library at the edge of town. It had been closed for years, dust choking its windows. But when she pushed the doors open, she found the lights on. Inside, the shelves weren't filled with books. They were filled with jars, clear glass jars, glowing faintly, each labelled with dates. Some were yesterday, some were years ago. She leaned closer. Inside one jar, she saw herself, laughing at a dinner with friends she never remembered having. Another jar showed her painting a canvas she didn't know she'd ever touched. Her missing days were here. The collector, and then she heard him. A tall figure, cloaked in grey, moving down the aisle, carefully adjusting jars like a librarian tending precious volumes. His face was pale, eyes dark and endless. "You shouldn't be here. Who are you?" Elena demanded. He smiled faintly. "I am the collector of lost days. The hours you waste, the moments you sleep through, the time you do not guard, I gather them. They are too precious to vanish unkept." Elena's voice shook. "You're stealing from us." "No," he corrected softly. "I am preserving what you throw away. Humanity lets days slip without notice. I simply keep them safe." The choice. Elena's heart pounded as she scanned the shelves. So many lives, stolen in fragments, so many lost days. "Give them back," she said, the collector said. "Why? You wouldn't even remember them. Without me, they are forgotten forever. With me, they exist, eternal." But then he offered her something. "I can return one day to you, one and no more. But choose wisely. What single lost moment would you relive?" Elena hesitated. The thought of reclaiming her stolen Saturday was tempting, but then she looked around. What about the teacher who lost a week? The child who lost her birthday? Her voice steadied. "I don't want just one day. I want all of them, for everyone." The collector's expression hardened. "Then you oppose me?" The turning point. Elena grabbed a jar and smashed it on the floor. Instantly, memories flooded her. The smell of fresh bread, the sound of laughter, the warmth of sunlight she hadn't known she missed. The collector hissed, shadows curling around him. Foolish girl. But Elena realized something. The jars weren't locked. She ran, knocking them down, one after another. Days burst free, spilling into the air like golden smoke. People across town began remembering again. The teacher recalled her missing lessons. The child celebrated her birthday with cake and candles. The lost time returned, and the collector staggered, weakened, shrinking into the darkness. The end, or the beginning. When the last jar fell, the library collapsed into silence. The shelves were empty. The collector was gone. Elena stood in the ruins, her chest heaving. She had restored the stolen time. And yet, as she left the library, she noticed one last slip of paper on the ground. A single word. Tomorrow. Was it a warning? A promise? Or proof that the collector was not gone at all? Elena didn't know. But one thing was certain. She would never take a single day for granted again.